Hello, Buffy friends, fans, and family. This is another one of those videos where you're probably going to hear my dogs in the background because it sounds like somebody just got the zoomies. We are still not talking about my desk. Tonight it is covered in yarn. Do you know why it's covered in yarn? Because I have the fidgets, and in order to do this taping, I have to be able to have the fidgets. What is happening? The cat's already trying to get in. Anyway, I have to do the fidgets. I have to have something to do with my hands in order to be able to watch the episode today. So, just bear with me. You're going to see me crocheting. And inevitably, someone in the comments is going to say, what are you crocheting? Which is fine. I don't mind that you asked. It's not intrusive. I'm crocheting a bunch of little flowers like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It could be a beautiful flower. We could get real Midsommer with it. Look at that. Maybe I'm going to make okay. Decided I'm making myself a Midsommer suit, like that big, a Midsommer cone that I can get into. That's what it's a Midsommer. Anyway, that's what you'll see me doing, so I can fidget and do something with my hands, because I'm real like, today. Tonight is Inca Mummy Girl, which episode, which number is that? Season 2, episode 4 is Inca Mummy Girl, which is another one of those where it's just not one of my favorites. And it's not because it's a Xander-centric. I give Xander a lot of crap, but it's just not a good story. And it's like, it feels like a season 1 story. It feels like in season 1, this would have been a solid episode. In season 2, not so much.
Have you ever done an exchange program?
My dad tried to send me to some Armenians once. Does that count?
Oh my gosh. Did he know Albania's father? Whoever that chick is? Alessia? If you don't know what that joke is, watch the Mr. recaps.
By guy like, we are talking big, beefy guy like girls, right?
I was just told guy.
Oh my god, Xander, shut up. Nobody cares about your insecurity.
So this person who's living with you for 2 weeks is a man. With man parts. This is a terrible idea. Oh, it's Rodney Munson. He's God's gift to the bell curve.
What are you? Oh. Willow, hi.
That's probably not something you're supposed to be doing.
Hey, it might be like a federal crime.
500 years ago, the Incan people chose a beautiful teenage girl to become their princess.
I know that I feel like this is all bullshit and they're making it up. But I also feel like, isn't the Incas the one where they found the kids where they had been like drugged and put up on the mountain? And she looked really cute. Like she looked like she could just wake up. It was sad but cute. That cute little mummy. So this place has horrible security. Well, what the hell were you gonna do with it if it didn't break? Like, what was the thought process there?
Not with her. In the same house as her. Am I the only one who's objective enough to make that distinction?
I hate Xander's possessiveness. I hate it so much.
Giles, come on, budge. No one likes a non-budger.
That's true, Giles. Nobody likes a non-budger. I don't know if that's true, Giles.
Go.
Yay, I win.
I'll just go and introduce my shoulder to an ice pack.
Dude, be careful with your shoulders.
I love Willow. And she's my best friend. Which makes her not the kind of girl who I think about her lips that much.
Well, you're best friends with Buffy, but you want to nail her. You won't stop talking about it.
Trouble with Mr. Munson again?
His parents say he never came home last night.
What is it with Munson? Is that like a name that just universally means like a bad kid or something? Because isn't Munson Eddie the guy in Stranger Things?
And it rose from its tomb. And attacked him.
You guys remember where you live? Oh shit, that's right. We just remembered we live in Sunnydale.
Okay, I just saved us, right?
Something did.
You kind of did. Good job.
Buffy, where are your priorities? Tracking down a mummifying killer or making time for some Latin lover whose stock and trade is the breakage of hearts?
This is why I don't like this episode. I was wrong. I said that it's not because of
You know, maybe he could translate the seal.
Yeah, Buffy, I don't think that some random kid is going to be able to translate an ancient Incan thing. Like, Buffy, the ancient Incans didn't speak Spanish.
So do we have to speak Spanish when we see him? Because I don't know anything much besides Doritos and Chihuahua.
Jesus, that's the other thing I don't like about this episode is like all the ha 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 Spanish jokes. It's like, okay. You live in California, people speak Spanish. It shouldn't be like a funny thing.
Ay caramba. I can also say that.
God damn it! See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? It's like every 5 seconds it's a joke about speaking Spanish.
Sorry about the teeniness of the room.
You know, when Dawn shows up, they have another room.
I told you I'd be at the
Jesus.
dance tonight, but I am not one of your little groupies. I won't be all doe-eyed looking at
What
you
in the
standing
fucking
there.
grease lightning?
Sven, come.
Sven is not a dog, Cordelia.
Man, what do you think? Of what? Cordelia.
Hey! That's one thing I like about this.
What does a girl have to do to impress you?
Be a lesbian.
It's really hard on my costume. It's pretty cool.
Okay, but what about me?
There, that sums Xander up right there. What about me? You need to get Prince William and Kate Middleton to help you pick a costume. They're great at it.
I was wondering if you could translate this.
That was in no way awkward.
Giles! Look, she speaks Spanish. Not like ancient Incan.
Why are you asking me?
Well,
Yeah, thank you.
It's not.
Hi, I live in Sunnydale, and some lady just showed up who can translate this seal. And a mummy's gone missing, and it killed somebody.
And here's how you eat it.
They're bite-sized. I do like that, because I like it when people shove a whole something in their mouth. I think it shows initiative. That's like one of his qualities, is the initiative of being able to eat a whole Twinkie.
Good work.
My work?
Yeah.
He sounds so surprised.
Seems Rodney's killer might be the mummy.
No shit!
I just don't know what we should do with it.
Destroy it.
Don't listen to her. She's a mummy. She's the mummy. This is why I don't really care for this episode, too. Like, they all should have figured out by now that she's a mummy. A random girl shows up. She's supposed to be a boy. She randomly shows up. A mummy has recently escaped. She, like, knows about ancient seals. They should know.
Please. I am in love.
You are the chosen one.
You have been at school for like a day. He got like a lot of like big parts and stuff after this. No, don't kill him. He's been in a lot of stuff. I've seen him. I'm in love. You just met this guy, and it's Xander, for God's sake.
Where are you from? The country of white trash?
New lineup.
She's straight up wearing Gap.
Where's you and Willow?
She's not coming with us.
He just totally just threw his best friend aside.
Oh, I wish you could talk my daughter into going with you.
I tried, but she is very stubborn.
Well, I'm glad someone else sees that.
Hey, Joyce, why don't you shut the fuck up?
She's really fitting in.
Yeah. How about that?
It's funny, like, Buffy always gets super jealous of people when they start to fit in at... like, when the new Slayer comes, and when Faith shows up, she's like, oh.
It's like one of those dogs that you leave at the Grand Canyon on vacation. It follows you back across 4 states.
Why would you do that?
You. Fruit drinky.
Tell her how much she sucks. Be like, Cordelia, I speak English. I'm from Sweden. I learned it in, like, elementary school. What's that guy behind Xander? Is he going as Sam Kinison? Is that his culture?
I thought we were gonna meet at the museum to find the bodyguard.
No, he's already been found. In a school restroom, mummified.
Not in the locker room this time, though.
She was wiggy about the seal from minute 1.
Yes, I suppose she was.
There we go.
What kind of girl travels with a mummified corpse? and doesn't even pack a lipstick.
She's a little too chill about there being a corpse in her bedroom. Break his heart, Impata! Do it! Willow, don't you worry. You're gonna get with Oz. And then he's gonna break your heart. And then you're gonna find your true love. And then she's gonna die. And then you and Giles are gonna get into a fight.
No, not her. That.
You're not supposed to say that, Oz, but I don't think we knew that yet in the 90s. I don't think we had listened to everybody yet in the 90s. Like when the Inuit and the Inupiaq people, we didn't like listen to any of them.
Okay, I'll still get Xander before he gets smoochy with Mummy Dearest.
His car sounds like a wind-up toy.
But look what I got stuck with. Momento. Punchy fruity drink it. Is Cordelia even from this country?
Ah! I forgot about that. He totally can speak English, he just doesn't want to talk to her. It would solve like so many problems for season like 4 and 6 if she just ate him.
Oh, yeah. It's Paler Twin.
He's having way too much fun.
Yeah, that's it. Just one more piece.
Look at he sniffing the glue. Is that what the sniff is? No! All of his work.
Just let me have this one.
That's never gonna happen.
That's right. Ew, it's all meaty. I thought I was gonna be able to add. I thought he got his head. I thought he got knocked unconscious again in this one.
I remember how I felt when I heard the prophecy that I was gonna die. I wasn't exactly obsessed with doing the right thing.
Yeah, but you did.
But you did it.
You gave up your life.
Hey! Oh no, I agreed with Xander. That episode, like I said, not one of my favorites. It really does feel like a season 1 episode for a lot of reasons. Xander comes off as season 1 Xander in terms of the way that he's like freaking out about Buffy and possessive about Buffy. He was worse in season 1. In season 2, yeah, he's still annoying, but it's like that is extra ramped up. It's not just like, oh, Angel or something. He's just like super jealous at the thought of just a random guy, because his thought is, what? Buffy's gonna automatically nail this guy because he's at her house? Like, what does that say about him, how he feels about Buffy? Like, and like, so when he starts to get like in season 2, he's more concerned about her and Angel. I feel like, okay, that's, you know, it's possessive, but there's valid reason, right? Like, he's a vampire and all that stuff. Season 2 is a great season once we get to the middle of the season, once the big arc starts. But, I don't know, friends. I don't know. Inca Mummy Girl, there's the xenophobia, there is, yeah, there's the xenophobia. There's just so much of it, like the whole idea of like, oh, this girl from this unspecified South American country. Were the Inca even in her country? Were the Inca even in South America? I don't know a lot. I thought they were like Central America. So if they are from South America, mea culpa. I'm not trying to erase anybody's culture. I thought they were from Central America. But either way, like, why would this girl know how to translate some ancient thing? The idea is just because she is other, then she must have some sort of like spiritual link to... I don't know. I don't know. And then all the little Spanish jokes, and it's, it just makes me tired. So that's definitely bottom tier for me. If we were making a tier list, that would be bottom tier. That's what's going on. Thanks for watching Buffy with me. Thanks for watching me crochet through Buffy. I know that was probably thrilling, but like I said, I've got the fidgeties. I had to do something with my hands tonight. I'll tell you, I'll update you on the progress of my weird, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I really don't. I mean, like, I got like this much. If I knew somebody who was having a baby, I could make, but even then, like, little fingers and toes would get through these holes. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think maybe I will make myself a Midsommer. I'll make myself a Midsommer cone and I'll wear it around. I will look like a little Midsommer gumdrop. Beautiful, beautiful little flower-covered boyfriend burning alive in a bear suit cupcake lady gumdrop thing. That's what I'm making. I've decided. Check the description box and it'll show you all sorts of stuff in there, all sorts of places you can go. Links to Patreon, to Ream, to my Ogre story on Kindle Vella. Season 1 of that is wrapping up very, very soon. So if you want to, you know, be caught up when Season 2 starts, you better jump on it. And otherwise, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.